Thanks again for listening. We are going to continue a conversation now with Jennifer Agbay. Jennifer is the director of Ballet Arts Worcester, and she is our partner in a very exciting holiday program at the annual production of The Nutcracker, with the presenting sponsor of Commerce Bank and a production sponsor of Price Chopper. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, thank you, Lisa.
So I know that, this is your 6th annual performance?
This is actually our 7th.
What? 7th? Where did that time fly?
It's extraordinary how fast time has flown.
Truly.
It's actually probably my 8th year doing the production, but yeah, we are lucky enough to be presenting our 7th year.
It's crazy.
It is.
And you blink and it really is gone, because I remember when I first met you when you came into the Hanover Theater and you were thinking that we would be a great venue for your production of the Nutcracker. And I remember saying to Troy, yes, absolutely, sign us up. So, you've changed the production a little bit.
Yeah,
well, sometimes a lot.
Sometimes a lot. Every year, you have to stand back and look at it and see what you can improve and make better, especially for the audiences. I know it's such a holiday tradition for some people, so they do come year after year. And so you want to keep their interest growing. And so you need to, like I said, step back and see where you can improve, or where you can say, oh, the audience hasn't seen this yet.
Right.
And it's great because year after year, somebody will say, oh my God, we saw the improvements. Oh my God, the show was so much better.
Isn't that great? It's got to be gratifying.
It's tremendous.
And you just finished your audition, so you know who's going to be cast.
Yes, we do.
Any sneak peeks want to tell us?
Yeah, sure. Oh my God, how many kids showed up? I think we cast 110 kids for this year's production.
Wow.
So this year, our Clara is going to be Isabella Calandra.
Nice.
And she's very excited. She is a 13-year-old Ballet Arts Worcester student, so she's very excited for the role. We're having guest artists again from Festival Ballet that will play our Sugar Plum Fairy and Cavalier, and we're hoping to get some more interest from Festival Ballet, and maybe some other interest possibly in New York for our Snow King and Queen.
Ooh, that sounds intriguing.
Yes, very.
And so how does that compare to, say, last year's cast?
You know what? Last year's cast, how can I say, the cast is always good.
Well, I meant as far as the number of people in the cast.
Oh, okay. Actually, we are less in our number this year for our cast. I think last year we had 185.
Wow.
So 110, which is still a great number.
Yes.
But I think kids have other interests. Sometimes year after year, I think they have different commitments, schedule. Parents sometimes are overwhelmed with the schedule for Nutcracker because it is 11 Saturdays of pure commitment. Only 2 absences. That's all these kids get. So they have to really think about, is this something I'm really going to commit to and I want to commit to? And sometimes kids, can do it, but not year after year after year.
Although you probably have some people who are the diehards, and they're the people who love ballet, and they study at a serious ballet studio or take multiple ballet classes, and they really do love it, and they do want to come back year after year.
And that's exciting because you see these kids grow from the time that they are 7 years old, and now all of a sudden they're 12.
Isn't that fun?
Or 13. And sometimes I'll say, if you watch all these videos, from the Nutcracker, our documentary videos, if you watch them, you can see these kids grow up right in front of your eyes. And it's great to see them start from like a little mouse, and now they're an angel. So it's for me, that's rewarding. It's gratifying.
That's fun. It really is. And I have to say, because my daughter was in the production last year, it is a phenomenal experience as a parent, too. So you do a really great job. It's a great community building experience
100%.
As well as a great community within the production.
Right. And that's kind of my expectation for this production. I say to these kids all the time, from the time that they audition to the time they take their final bow, it needs to be a positive communal production or experience, and that's feedback that I get quite frequently.
Well, and it's interesting too because your production sponsor, Price Chopper, they've been with you for a long time too. So tell us a little bit about what kind of support that really means for you in being able to grow this production.
Yeah, they give us so much media exposure, which is fantastic. All the local Price Chopper supermarkets in this area, I believe there are 9 of them. We have them post all of our posters or images for Nutcracker, and it's kind of neat to see these huge almost life-size posters in every single window of Price Chopper. And it's great as you're shopping. You can also hear the overhead announcements that they're announcing Nutcracker. And just their support as far as whatever you need from us, we're there. We'll hold you when you fall back. We'll carry you through. And they are very, very open to, the needs of the production, which is fantastic. And they've been so faithful to us over these years, which I truly, truly appreciate it.
Well, everybody appreciates loyalty, that's for sure. And in fact, they help to reward their customers with Nutcracker tickets too. Do you want to tell people how that works?
They do, yeah. If you're an Advantage card holder, you can get $1 off per ticket.
That's great.
Which is fantastic. There's, savings right there.
And so just so that our audience that's listening knows, where do people get those tickets? Do they get them at the Price Chopper or do they get them at our website?
They get them at the website, and they can even go to the box office as well.
That's great. And so again, our website is thehanovertheater.org, and we of course spell theater with an R-E because that's the way we roll over there at the Hanover Theater, right? And so what are some of the other things that the audience can look for this year that might be fresh or a little bit different from past years?
We are, and I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm a little intimidated to say this, but we're hoping to have a new and improved Mother Ginger.
Ooh.
So she is my project for this upcoming Nutcracker. Not to say that she's lacking in any way, but it's one of the elements that when I step back and say, what can I do across the board here for Nutcracker? It would be Mother Ginger. Yeah,
oh, how fun.
She needs a little bit of a lift.
Ooh, is that literally or figuratively? That's
Both.
The question. Oh, okay, all right. Well, and so then the other nice thing that you do is you work really closely with a lot of the local schools and you offer school matinees.
Yes, we do.
Do you want to talk a little bit about how that works?
Sure. We actually are starting to get our literature out there now. It's public and private schools. If they would like to attend the Nutcracker matinee performance for their students, or with their students, they absolutely can. They can contact me, Jennifer Agbay at Ballet Arts Worcester. The phone number is 508-791-3233, or contact us through the website, which is balletartsworcester.com. What we do is we try to make a very economical price for them to come and view the show. We also have a educational packet that we like to present to them, so each student can be prepared for the production. So they know a little something about Tchaikovsky, they know a little something about E.T.A. Hoffman, who was the author of Nutcracker. And it's kind of cool because the teachers can kind of tie in this production into their curriculum.
Great.
Which is awesome. And of course, all music teachers love it too because they can dig into Tchaikovsky and expose the kids to, his origins for composing the Nutcracker suite as we know it.
It is one of my favorite pieces to listen to in its entirety as well. There's so many different changes and it's really uplifting.
It is. And it's funny because it's all around you during the holidays.
Absolutely.
There's never a time that you don't put on the TV and there's a commercial with the Nutcracker suite music or into the malls. And it's kind of hysterical how you even hear like a little techno version.
The Muzak version of the Sugar Plum Fairy.
Exactly, which is kind of fun. But, for these students to actually actually come to the theater. You know, some children have never been to the theater. So within this lesson plan, we not only talk about Tchaikovsky and E.T.A. Hoffman, but we talk about how to approach the theater, how to dress for the theater, what theater etiquette is. So it's a nice, I'm going to say, robust curriculum that these teachers can present to these students. And, you know, it's art appreciation, too. It's getting these kids to the theater to appreciate the arts, which is invaluable.
Absolutely.
It really is. So we hope that, you know, we get some calls, and I'm sure if teachers and principals and superintendents look out for the information, it'll be coming to their district very soon.
That's great. And so just to remind everybody, the Nutcracker at the Hanover Theater, it opens on Black Friday, November 29th. That's Friday, November 29th, with a 7 p.m. public performance.
Yes.
And the public performances run through December 1st.
They do, yes, which we're excited for.
And so you're expanding even more this year. Do you want to tell people about the other?
Yeah, we're actually going to do a ballet for children's ballet series coming in February. We're going to present Peter and the Wolf, which is very exciting, and we're going to be collaborating with the WPI Orchestra.
That is really cool.
Which is even more fantastic because as I see it through the arts, there should be live music and there should be live dancing, and they should be working together, married as one on a stage.
Absolutely.
So we're looking forward to that, as well as WPI. And once again, we are going to present this to the public and private schools in the area. We will be presenting a lesson plan to them, but we are also going to, if they would like, have us come to the school and do a pre-highlight dance workshop.
Wow. What does that mean? It sounds great.
Oh my
Can
God.
I sign up?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We will actually come on premises to the school, and we will do a little workshop. We will talk about Peter and the Wolf and Sergei Prokofiev and the origins of his music and how he developed Peter and the Wolf. We will talk about the tie-in with, you know, music, as far as learning or being introduced to the instruments in the orchestra, like a flute, like an oboe, like a French horn. We will also talk a little bit about the history of ballet and where it came from, and again, theater etiquette and theater experience.
I have a quick question. Is this the same age group for Peter and the Wolf as the Nutcracker?
For me, yes. For me, because again, it goes along with that arts appreciation. I think so too. I know that the curriculum for Peter and the Wolf is prominent in grade 3. I think that's what when they start to be introduced to the instruments, as well as Peter and the Wolf. But for me, anything that a child can see visually and audially and put it together, you know, in an art form, I think, again, it's invaluable.
Absolutely. And I know for a fact that there have been studies that have shown that when you incorporate art into the curriculum, kids enjoy it more and they retain more.
Right.
So when is Peter and the Wolf coming to the Hanover Theater?
So Peter and the Wolf is coming actually in February. February 26th, we'll be putting it on. So we're all just tickled for the experience.
Well, I cannot wait. It's really great. I love these two programs. I love the educational component that you were talking about. I love the opportunity that you'll go to a school and do a pre-show. What did you call it?
Pre-highlight dance workshop.
Wow. And so can you just talk a little bit about what does that mean? What does that mean? Like how many kids participate? Is it like the entire third grade?
It can be.
Break it down?
We have a grand number and we have a very small number. So depending on what the teachers want to do and who they want to present it for. You know, it could be the entire third grade. It could be for the entire school. It could be just intimate for one classroom. And so, like I said, we'll go there and we'll talk about the characters. We'll talk about Peter and the Wolf. We're actually going to talk about Russia in the 1800s.
Ooh.
Because what we're trying to do with our set is to incorporate the authentic time period during that Peter and the Wolf and Sergei Prokofiev's era. So we're trying to bring forth the authenticity. We also are trying to maybe engage the classrooms a little bit more. So when we come with our dancers, we're asking if they're up for a challenge regarding, do they want to make the sets before we get there?
Ooh,
Do we want to use the children's bodies as the sets before we get there?
cool.
So we're trying to get a little bit more creative on the curriculum because, curriculum can be very standard, but if you shake it up a little bit and be a little bit creative, I think children can respond even more so.
It's all about engagement, isn't it? It doesn't matter how old we are,
That's
but it's
right.
all about engagement,
Right.
whether it's our bodies or our cell phones texting away. It's about engagement.
It is 100%. I agree.
So that's great. You have been a very busy woman this summer with the
Yeah.
youth summer program. We had Megan on a little bit earlier. She, of course, raved about your work and
Love
about
working with Megan.
of course, and about the shows that you have coming up. And of course, we enjoy all of that. I just want to thank you for coming. If you have any questions for Jennifer, go to her website,
Yeah.
Ballet Arts.
Worcester.com or call me at 791-3233 with the area code of 508. We're also on Facebook too. So, your minute by minute updates are there.
Absolutely. And of course, you can get more information on our website, which is thehanovertheater.org, and our box office. Our friendly box office people are happy to help you. That's 877-571-SHOW. We will see you at the theater, and we thank you again. Everybody have a fabulous day.
Thank you.